Hey everyone, AngelicGamerXoX here, and this is my first broadcast of Bloodborne playthrough. Um, Technically second, I did try yesterday, but I realised it didn't save. So we are going to go through this again. So just a heads up, today I'm going to try and take on all of Central Yharnam, not all of Yharnam, that'd be way too much. So I'm going to try and travel through all of Central Yharnam and end the video with taking on the Cleric Beat. My next stream will be tomorrow, 27th of March at 8:30 AM. Not sure what the time scale is, I'm just going to say England time. And tomorrow I'm going to try and take on Father Gascoigne and also go into a little bit of detail on how rescues work, and we'll also start taking on the Cathedral Ward. So let's get into this. So, gonna do new game.
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
So a bit of explaining on what's just happened there. So that, I believe, is the Blood Administrator. So we are an outsider, so we're not from Yharnam. We have come from somewhere else, and we have come to join the hunt. And he is going to inject us with some Yharnam blood. To, I assume, maybe give us the strength to actually participate in the hunt. We will look into the lore a bit more on blood once we get started. So for now we get to make our character. So for a name we're just going to go for something that's very fitting. We shall go for Angel. I am going to play a male character and I have already got a favourite I like using. So I use this one. I feel like it depicts me pretty well. Generally when I play games that I can design a character, I always like to make them look like me. Makes me feel more like part of the game, feels like I can enjoy the game more and really be one with Bloodborne. But yeah, no, looks pretty cool. Yeah. As for the origin, so the different origins you see here are sort of starting classes. If you're a bit familiar with the Dark, you at level 10, unless one of them, which is Waste of Skin, which will tell you level 4. You'll get a certain amount of echoes and you'll get certain starting stat values. Higher Hybrid Symmetry 1. So each of these tend to favour a certain playstyle that you can get into. Generally when I start, I actually go for the worst one of them all. So I am going to go for the Waste of Skin. I like the idea to start a base value. So I'm lower level than I'd normally need to be. Don't have many blood echoes. I have nicely rounded stats. And I don't know, I think it allows you to... It is going to make it slightly more difficult, I would think. But definitely if you've played like Dark Souls before, Demon Souls, or if you have played Bloodborne, you want to go for it a second time, I think it's a nice one to pick. It allows you to have an all-rounded stats that you can learn to see what sort of works and then crack down on that one playstyle after you've chosen. So I'm going to go for the Waste of Skin. So I think the Blood Administrator will have some more to say.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
So, not entirely sure how to explain what exactly just happened. So we got like a blood transfusion from the blood administrator. So we are now part Yharnam. Then we saw some crazy wolf thing come out of the floor, and then got smothered by some white little thingies that probably just wanted hugs. They just want to be loved, you know. So we have started up in Yosefka's clinic, and this will have a little bit of an insight. So a handwritten scroll: seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. So if I remember, I've done a little research into the lore of Bloodborne to help me explain a little bit better. So the hunt was a night when all these beasts come out, and they're very dangerous, very scary, and hunters go out to destroy these beasts, to kill them, to keep Yharnam safe, and also to, on a side note, to transcend the hunt, I believe to become a great one, in a sense. We'll come onto the great ones probably in future episodes. They are highly important to Bloodborne, and they're pretty damn cool. So for now, we will come downstairs and we will have this thingy, which I believe they want you to die. Like, you could beat him down if you really wanted to try, but I find the best way is to get past it. And do that, and then run for your life, because he will probably chase you. And he can chase you pretty far. That kind of made me jump a little bit. Is he going to follow me all the way over here? No, please go away. Go back in there. No. No. Stay. So it's going to run around here. Dodge this guy. Where does this ladder? I can see him. He's really coming up. Ow. Rude. Let's go. Just gonna go up this ladder. That guy's probably gonna chase us. So that scream. That scream is actually the scream of the Cleric Beast. So the first boss they want you to fight. The Cleric Beast, yeah, it's the first boss they expect you to fight. When I first played through Bloodborne, I completely avoided the Cleric Beast and ended up against Father Gascoigne, and that didn't go down very well. This is a lamp or lantern. I call them lanterns. I'm not really sure why. It just sounds cooler. They are your checkpoints. So by lighting them, it will allow you to return to the main hub of the world, which is the Hunter Stream. So this lamp now transports you back to the Hunter Stream. Upon death, you will awaken at this lamp. So let's go to the Hunter's Dream. And warning, the loading screens can take a little while. So this is the main hub, the Hunter Stream. This will be where you can spend your blood echoes to level up, to buy items to help you throughout at the little bath over here. This doll is how you will level up, but you cannot do that yet until you have got one insight. So the top right side of the screen up there, the top one is the blood echoes you have collected. The one underneath with the eye is your insight, which is supposedly eyes inside your brain or head or body. It's a thing. So once we have collected one insight, this doll will actually come alive. This is a thing you can do. It's always interesting if I can pull it off. There we are. Look at that. Look at that beautiful face from the inside. Absolutely stunning. So, just gonna have these little guys known as messengers. They're just gonna give us our first weapon. So I have now used each weapon, and by far I think the easiest to pick is the saw cleaver. The threaded cane was my first choice. I heard it was a whip, and I thought, damn, that sounds amazing. I need a whip. And it was really good. I found it helps you deal with bigger groups of enemies as well, but it's just not got the strength behind it. You need to be able to dodge and last a long time if you're going to use that, in my opinion. The Hunter's Axe is a really strong weapon. I think it's people generally call it easy mode. I find it's a bit too slow for myself. So I generally go for the saw cleaver. It's got the power and it's got the speed as well. So we are going to go for the saw cleaver. These guys are going to give us our first left-handed weapon. I almost said second hand, and I thought that sounds a bit weird. So we have the Hunter Pistol or the Hunter Blunderbuss. I've not seen many people play through. They've used the Blunderbuss. It's more damage based, I believe. It shoots a spray of bullets at once. The more they hit, the more damage it deals. Not sure if you can still parry with them. I've not actually looked into that. The Hunter's Pistol fires faster. I still think it's still got some decent damage behind it, to be fair. But the main thing that I believe to use it for is to parry, which I will try and show you guys how to do in a bit. But we're going to go for the pistol. And then these guys will give us a notebook that allows us to write notes to other players. In here we have our faithful friend Yharnam, who I shall let him introduce himself.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now. I am Yharnam, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
So he's given us a bit of insight there. So his name's German. Clearly he knows he knows a lot about hunters, so we're going to assume he is a hunter, or was a hunter. And he's given us a bit of insight in this place here. So this is, or used to be, the hunter's workshop. So as you can see there, there's actually a few weapons hanging down. So hunters used to use this place quite a lot, and it seems a bit run down in the hunter's dream. So yeah. Yeah, the doll, clearly, I'm not sure what he's implementing by use the doll, should it please you. I'm going to assume he meant, you know, leveling up, getting stronger. Yes, that is what you are for, right? I mean, moving on, we shall go back to the first floor sick room in Yosefka's clinic. Because I believe we have a guy waiting there for us that wants a bit of revenge on ditching them last time. Poor Wolfie. We just left him there alone. He probably just wanted a friend. Nah, but we need to kill him. We gotta kill him. Yes, we must put his mind at ease. So, from what I've gathered, most of the beasts and creatures, monsters you'll find in this game, generally used to be actual people. Especially in this first day, you'll see a lot of guys walking around with weapons. You'll notice they are humanoid, but they aren't all human. So here, quickly, we have an NPC known as Yosefka.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Now, go. And good hunting. Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
So Yosefka's offered to help us out a little bit by giving us that vial, which will help us replenish a lot of HP. She's just, you know, prayed that we have a safe hunt, so thank you, Yosefka. She will be a bit more important later on. Just realizing I might actually want to equip my weapons. So we're going to take on this guy. Fire then. Well, he's dead. And now we shall loot his corpse. So this place is, I do love the graphics of Bloodborne, and how everything actually links as well. So just from walking out this first gate, you can see this massive bridge, which is the main bridge into the cathedral ward, which is that lot there, should I say. That there is actually the site for your first boss fight with the Cleric Beat, which is where we shall try to get to. Just going to grab a few items and progress through Yharnam at the moment. So these guys are a pain. Just watch out for their torch stack. They can get a bit annoying. I find this game, me personally, definitely find a fighting style that works for you. I prefer to have something very, very quick. Something that can deal a lot of damage over time. Hence, Sword Cleaver. You do get another one a bit later, which I feel is a bit better than the Sword Cleaver. It's like a small upgrade. And that is the Sword Spear, which I shall get in this video. So we're just going to go back up to where we were. I don't think the Cleric Beat is going to scream again. No, okay. He's sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping. He's tired. So here we have another NPC that I always feel kind of bad for.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yharnam, normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
So I did actually accidentally skip one of the things he said there. If I remember, he was saying that Yharnamites usually go through using that main bridge into the Cathedral Ward, but it is it's mainly shut. So as tonight is the night of the hunt, we have a high chance of getting in. So lovely Gilbert there. Doesn't sound like he's doing very well. He's clearly very ill, maybe infected by the blood. And he's telling us he doesn't know much, but if we wanted to know more about the pale blood, to head to the Cathedral Ward to find the Healing Church. So if I remember, the Healing Church has a lot involved with blood. They use it to obviously cure people, make people have a bit more strength, but at the same time the blood also slowly transforms them into beasts. Watch out for this guy. Always kind of creeps me out. But yeah, if you've not played Bloodborne before, definitely give it a go. I think it's such a nice game. Obviously, it's known for being quite difficult. It's in league with the Soul series, which, if you know them, then you know it is known for being really, really hard. The story of these games are never usually like straight up in your face. They are something you need to look for. You can just enjoy the game, fighting bosses, leveling up, a game about grinding. But the story is definitely there, and if you do learn about the story, it's such a treat. So these guys, they walk around in a group. I find the pebbles that you can pick up, you can actually throw them from a distance, and you gain the attention of just one of them. So they come charging at you, and then you only have to take on one. Or you can just try. Ouch. Try taking them all at once. Ow. See, that's the only downside I find to the Sword Cleaver. I don't feel like its transformed version is... It's very good. It's very single range, like towards one target. Hence why the Sword Spear I find is a much better upgrade for later. Watch out for this guy. He's just chilling. He has a gun. It's not very nice if you don't kill him. He can be a pain in the ass. So Yeah, the transform. So if you press the L1 button, you will switch your weapon from one-handed to generally two-handed, although I've just realised it's one-handed. So it adds up a bit of a different move set for it. If you press L1 during an attack combo, you will switch an attack at the same time, which can be useful. I tend to just keep it sort of like that. The sheathed version might be a nice way to put it. I don't know, I find it's got a lot more uses. So we have a guy down here. I can try and show a parry if I'm lucky enough. That didn't go too well. Let's see if I can... Nope. Let's try again. There we are. So just before they attack, you can do a shot. Press L2, you'll shoot your gun just before they attack. They'll sort of stumble to their knees. Just quickly, like, press circles, like roll up to them or get close to them. Press R1, and you will rip. And it usually takes them down in one hit if you're strong enough. Unlike this guy, he's a big guy that apparently doesn't weigh very much. Oh, apparently he's very flexible. That was an impressive crab, dude. So this place isn't really useful. There's so many items there. He's just there. If you did see, I did pick up a blood gem, which is something we'll have to get into a bit later because we can't actually use them yet. They, you can equip them to your weapon to make your weapons a bit stronger. Just gonna deal with this guy. He's lonely. Go to your friends in the afterlife. Oh, whatever's in Bloodborne. Just, yeah. Does time ever change in the game? Yes, it does. It does with the story. So after each boss fight, it generally gets a bit darker. I believe after you fight Vicar Amelia, which is generally, I think, 5th boss fight they want you to fight, the sun does actually set, and it goes along with the night of the hunt. So as you progress and kill more beasts to start transcending the hunt, it does go through the night at the same time. These little lamps here, they are incense burners. Always keep an eye out because they will show you to NPCs. So we'll see what these guys have to say.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya? Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
I think I had a guy walking down here, did he? Yeah. Come back! You'll die.
Cursed beast.
I'm not a beast yet. No. Generally, I know we do have a... I'm pretty sure there is a really good detail when you're playing Bloodborne. When you perform a visceral attack, after your hand is out of their body, if you look at it closely, your hand is now a claw. So we are using the top left. You see, we've got 7 blood vials, which are our health potions. They are blood in a jar. So generally, we are slowly becoming infected like these guys. Where we're a hunter, though, we're a bit stronger. We can resist it a bit more than they can. So we've got another NPC.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open their door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now. Lads, you've come on. Away with...
So most of the people in Yharnam are rather rude. They won't open the door because it's the night of the hunt. Understandable. I mean, they're probably terrified. But they are kind of rude to you as well because you are an outsider. You're not from Yharnam. Watch out for this guy. He never made me jump the first I'll play through. The next guy did. I'm lucky I remembered he's there because I kind of forgot. So round this corner, You can see him there, sneaking around. He always kind of shits me up. He charges up so fucking quickly. And every single time I kind of like scream a little on the inside. So I'm just going to run over here and deal with this guy. There are a lot of guys over there. As you can see them all running up now. They've sort of come to witness the burning of the... Let's try this one. Where are you going? Oi! Oh, you! Come back! Here! Come on! Yeah, there are a lot of guys down there. You could just charge in and take them all on at once if you really want to try. I really wouldn't recommend it either. I've not done it. But still, wouldn't even recommend it. Take them on one by one. Guys, get on my nerves. How many of them are there? Like, Jesus, just die. So, yeah, there's quite a few of them. Generally, try and distract them. Watch out for the guy up there. If I can lock on to him to show you. That guy. He has a gun. He has got quite a wide range of view, and he will start shooting at you. And he is a bit of an asshole. Just distract these guys. Get them to come towards you. Get them out the way. These guys will also do their little patrol thing. Generally, they will come after you anyways. Oh, okay. Someone should have gone to Specsavers. I wasn't really over there, I was still quite far away. Yeah. Slay and order evil people. Wow. I don't know, could you call them evil? I mean, they're generally... Oh, fuck. I wouldn't generally say they're evil, they're just, I mean, just transformed. They're just a little bit on the weird side. It's not their fault. Okay, that dealt with them too. I find when them two enemies are together, it's really frustrating. Well, the life of what's left of it. They are generally just trying to just survive the hunt. Well, why are you looking at me? Go away. I need to deal with this guy. It's annoying. Oh no. So dogs are very much a thing in this game, and they're really, really fucking annoying. They're really fast, and the one thing they don't like is guns and dropping on their heads. I find that tends to deal with them quite well. Just a heads up, another way you can perform a visceral attack is to your power attack, which is R2, have it fully charged, which you'll see when it glows blue, and make sure you hit them from behind and then press R1, and that will also perform a visceral attack like so. There we are. I don't know if you guys saw then, you could sort of see the clawy fingers, how they slightly changed. Oh no. Give me the item! Well, let's go back around. I didn't miss an item over there, did I? Pretty sure it's on the other side of the gate. Yeah. Gonna go get this item. And there is something banging on the door. I don't like what's on the other side of the door. They scare me. Like, I think I've learned how to deal with them pretty well, but they still scare me. They're freakishly huge, and they make weird noises. We have another NPC here. I find this woman is really, really rude. I don't know. She annoys me. Let's just see.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
Why, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, I just find that one really rude. Like, all these Yharnamites that, like, I'm knocking on their door, they're like, you think I'm going to open the door and let you in? I'm like, I don't even want to come in. I'm just knocking on the door because there's an option for it. I'm sorry. Just playing the game. That is what's behind the door. This guy, you generally can't sneak up on. Like, you'll be aware. And then turn around. The best way to deal with these guys is learn how to parry. And then bit roll them. It's so much easier to deal with them that way. Oh, that was a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. Buddy is down. So there is a little shortcut you can take here to open up a better shortcut that I will show you. I find generally they want you to come this way and head up there to open up another sort of a shortcut, but I find the one that way is better. Watch out for these things, they're scary. Their attacks are generally in a single line, so you can just walk around them and take them on. Not too much of a threat. Grab this item. Oil urns. Oil urns are pretty awesome. So we have the Molotov cocktails that, as it says, Molotov cocktails that explode violently when thrown, and the urn that covers targets in oil when thrown. So when this urn hits its marks, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter's tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is sought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. So that gives us a bit of insight there to how common fire is on the hunt, and a little bit of insight to old Yharnam. So we are in central Yharnam. I think it might be over that way. So old Yharnam was burnt down. Not entirely sure why. I'm sure we will learn this. Yeah, the shortcut. So break this coffin and there is an opening. But watch out, there are quite a few dogs in kennels. They will break out. So kill them before they have the chance. Gonna deal with these dogs. I'm gonna deal with this one as well. There we go. So there you saw we just picked up some cold blood dews. They are items you can use to gain a few more blood echoes. So you just want to come around this way, head up these stairs, and it will take you to this little area here. Going up that way, I believe takes you to an item. Yep. This bit here is the bridge as well, where the Cleric Beat. The Cleric Beat is like literally right there. So grab that item, and then you want to head this way to this house. You want to open up this side, as it doesn't open from the other side, and take out the guy lurking in the dark here. I know I'm cursed. Cursed to be damn gorgeous! Watch out for this guy. He's in a chair. Very sneaky. And he always seems to drop bullets. So if you ever need a bullet, just come kill this guy. And here we have got the Pungent Blood Cocktail. Another item I'm certain has some interesting lore on it also. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yharnam, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is the more intoxicating. So blood definitely became a major thing in Bloodborne. In Yharnam, it became a norm for them to use it in any sense at all. When the hunt began, the Healing Church abandoned us, blocking the great bridge to the Cathedral Ward, as they burned old Yharnam to the ground on that moonlit night. So some more proof that Yharnam was burned to the ground, and the Cathedral Ward shut out old Yharnam and let it burn. So Cathedral Ward doesn't sound like a nice place to be. When I come up here, deal with these guys. They're generally trying to hide. There's one over here also behind these barrels. Oh god. So, how far have you gotten in the game before Angel? So, before I, on my first playthrough, obviously I accidentally walked into Gascoigne and died. In my second playthrough, I did fight the Cleric Beat, and I managed to beat him on my first try, which I was highly surprised about. After that, I went into the Cathedral Ward, and again, accidentally found the wrong boss. I walked into the Grand Cathedral and tried to take on Vicar Amelia, and I found that so far to be my favourite boss fight that I've fought so far. Such a great design, and just one gorgeous boss fight. I then ended up finding the Bloodstarved Beast, and that was an interesting encounter. I walked away from the Bloodstarved Beast thinking, I'll just do some more practice dodging, how to deal with poison. And actually today I did a bit of practice. I beat the Bloodstarved Beast, and I think that's basically as far as I got to the Bloodstarved Beast. So yeah, outside the house leads to this gate, which brings us back to the lamp that we started with. So always come and open up this shortcut. I think it's the first thing you should do. It allows you quick access to both the beginning boss fights. A really, really nice little quick path. So also, it's not this one. There's another gate we want to open in a bit with a rather interesting NPC, and it's really sad as well. I'm going to come down here and attempt to deal with these things. There's two of them, so be wary. I'm going to deal with that one first. Come on. Come on. Come and get some. I think that guy's going to catch me as well, so let's just... Oh, didn't get the parry there. There we are. That kills with them. Watch out for these two. They are rather scary if you try taking on both at once. I find one of the best things to do in Bloodborne, try and separate your enemies. If you do see, like, even if it's just two like that, try and get them one-on-one. So much easier to deal with them. If we go down here, there is a lift that we can't use yet. As we can see, device is not currently operable. Operable? Operationable? I'm not sure. Oh well. So, what we're going to do now is head on up here. And that takes us back to home, so we're going to go back this way. We're going to go find the source spear now, actually. So we're going to cross this bridge to lead us to another NPC who does have a few uses. That did not work. But, well, there we go.
Well, do you know of any safe places? I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you hunters got off your arses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not? Yeah, I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That lot of good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Well, go and stab it. I know all your tricks.
So what is it now? Are much better ways to pass the time. Unless you found me a nice safe place. Yeah, I should have known. You're good for nothing. Go on.
So clearly this woman is very angry. She just wants somewhere safe to be, and unfortunately we don't know of any. Like I said at the beginning of the video, next episode I shall go into rescues. She is someone that we will need to rescue once we find a safe place. So in here, this is a nice little area. Sort of links to the sewers, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But when you go downstairs, you can see that light. Rather ominous light. Don't trust it. Never trust lights. As it is one of these guys. Which, if not dealt with correctly, I find them to be quite brutal. They do quite a bit of damage. They are rather fast. There are worse versions than this guy. We shall see one of them a bit later. We're not going to want to go down there yet though, as if you go up here and jump through the barrel. Ooh, that was close. You will fall out of this window and come to an upper ledge here. So up here, what you want to do is cut down these. That will fall down to the lowest level. But they are some useful items that will give us a hand. And also we shall deal with another interesting NPC who actually later in the game provides a side quest for us to do with her. And I believe this is Eileen.
Oh. A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts? No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
So Eileen is clearly one scary woman, but she looks so cool, and look at that cape. So she's clearly out here, so maybe she's a hunter too. I have heard that apparently a lot of people like killing her at the beginning. I have tried. I would not advise it. She's highly very, very powerful. So one good thing of being up here is it's sort of a vantage point. So you can see there you have a guy with a spear. He is the harder version of the guy we fought just now. He's a lot quicker and a lot more brutal. There's a guy over there walking around with a torch, and the last one is over in this corner. You can see him just about far left of the screen. You can see his gun. So we can get a better view of him. There he is, waiting there. We're gonna go deal with him first. Gun guys are fucking operative. How the fuck did he see me? So you can sort of jump down to safety, and then BAM! End his life. Then we're going to want to go deal with this guy as he patrols. He's a bit harder to sneak up on. That deals with him. And this last guy, I find if you can successfully back attack him with a visceral, he's so easy to deal with. So we're gonna sneak up on this guy. So just remember to form a back attack, hold down the R2 button, and he turned around. There we are. I'll try not to die. I'm assuming I will, quite a lot. But no, I shall try my best to survive. I shall prevail. So now we I'm gonna head down here. I can't remember which side has the one I want first. I think it's that one. So let's drop down here. And then wow, deal with the rats. Wow, I actually dealt with the rats better than I thought as well. So this is the item we cut down earlier. We have the saw spear, which means I chose the right side to drop down on. So the saw spear I find is much better than the saw cleaver, mainly just for its transform move set, which whereas the saw cleaver just did a forward back, sort of singling one enemy, the saw spear does a side attack, then single, then side, then some side ones. So it allows you to deal with, oh shit. Allows you to deal with a lot more enemies with some good damage. Yeah, rat, take that. Just sneaking around with your bulgy pus green eyes. Ugh. Yeah, definitely its range is so much better. I mean, look at it. Look at the pointiness. So awesome. So we will get that one as well, but we need to go back round. Rat running at me all sneaky. Oh, I think they've seen me. No, go away. The Chikage. I have heard of the Chikage. I've not actually seen it. The one weapon I truly want, but I've not made it this far in the game, is the Logarius wheel. The Logarius wheel interests me so much. I've not really had a chance to actually look at its moveset either. But I don't know, the Logarius wheel just looks so cool. But for now I shall stick with the saw spear, and I think later on I might try and go for the rifle spear, I think is the name. Apparently the rifle spear is really nice to use. So we are gonna go up. However, I probably went about this the wrong way. There are a lot of guys with guns up there, and one of those fast, spinny, speary thingies. And oh, they're already fucking shooting at me. They're already fucking shooting at me. So, question 1, what build are you going to do? And 2, are you doing like a solo run, or are you going to summon? So, build, I'm not entirely sure. So, as I said earlier, the furthest I ever got was I managed to beat Vicar Amelia and the Blood-Starved Beast, and I didn't get any further. However, I'm definitely thinking, I've sort of seen the Arcane, and I don't know if I want to try that yet. I might try that much later on. So I'm mainly probably just going to go for a high skill based to use the faster weapons. Again, I'd like to have a build on the Logarius wheel, but I'm not sure on the Logarius wheel stats, so I'll definitely look into those. I am going to do... Why the fuck are you down here? What do you think you're doing? I am going to do a solo run. I think I'd like to try and deal with all these enemies and bosses on my own. Definitely, I think it will definitely improve my gameplay as well. Really trying to take it off on my own. Ah, so the Logarius has a strength level. Oh yeah, okay. Then I might, maybe I'll go for the Chikage. I think I'm definitely going to go for a skill build, and maybe on my own profile I might go for more strength and then try the Logarius wheel. I do want to go up there before dealing with these guys to get that armor. So we're going to go up here. But yeah, no, I definitely think I'm going to go for the solo. Definitely try and handle things on my own. Let's see how that goes. Which does mean there'll be a high number of deaths. Definitely a high number of deaths. They are, I mean, what I find interesting is a lot of people say about the boss fights, how generally you need different playsets or playstyles to deal with a boss. So I'm intrigued to see how that turns out. Boring but interesting. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'd like to. I am going to start streaming a lot more. I'm definitely enjoying it. Well, if you would guys like to see some summons, me working with some other people, let me know, and I'll definitely make it a thing. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, I'm not so knowledgeable on Bloodborne myself. Having someone maybe show me the best routes, and you guys watching with me learning the routes, if that's something you would be interested in.
Wretched outsider. Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity. Wretched outsider trying to fool heaven.
Oh, well, fair enough. Well, if needs be, then I'll go into a boss fight. Yeah, okay. I'll try routes, see if I can get through on my own. I shall give the boss fight an attempt, and maybe after the third attempt, if I still can't do it on my own, I shall summon a few friends in, and try that way. Definitely will make things a lot easier. And then I suppose the playthrough, the streamer won't just sort of like clog up with one boss. But yeah, if you guys would definitely like to try and to see me try and actually take it on my own, then definitely I will do that. So this here is the other gate I said about finding. And this NPC here always gets to me a little bit. I can't wait for that gate to shut up because it's really loud. You done? Thank you. So we have this NPC here which gives us a little bit of insight to a boss fight that shall be coming up, so I shall let her speak.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Please we look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, and if you find her, give her this music box. Please, I know you can do it.
So she wants us to find her mum. She's gone to look for her dad that's gone out on the hunt and not returned. I know a lot of you guys will have already done this. I am going to be uploading to YouTube. So for those few people out there that might still not know what Bloodborne is, just make sure I go through everything as well for myself to make sure I'm understanding the story and the opposite quest lines. So the tiny music box. A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly: Viola and Gascoigne. So Gascoigne, that you've heard me mention before, will be a boss fight that I shall do in my stream tomorrow. So we have dealt with down there. We still need to go back to that sewer area, which I shall. Just going to progress this way a little bit. Like I said, in this video, I'm definitely going to try and cover all of Central Yharnam and try and get in the Cleric Beast, hopefully, before I end it today. Wow, he shot his gun damn quickly. I know. No! I knew it was going to happen eventually. Just some advice as well. Bloodborne, the you died screen. Become one with the you died screen. Embrace the you died screen. For it will be your best friend. And you'll be spending a lot of time together. Just some advice from the heavens. So we're going to end up back here. We'll quickly run back to where we was. It's not going to be too far away, as we opened the shortcut earlier. So... But yes, Sniper Wolf, if you're happy to help me with a few of the items and things like that, they'd be a great help. Especially if you know a bit about the builds, I'd be happy to get some information if you have a bit more info on builds and things. And maybe best weapons to go for, best armors, things like that. It would be a really big help. Shaking that booty up the ladder. I shall do. Thank you so much. So we're gonna go for this little shortcut that we opened up earlier, and oh, this guy's here. Did not get that back attack off. Not sure why. Ah well. We're gonna want to go through here. I'm finding this one goes back to where I was. Oh, actually, dying kind of benefits us. Now we can actually take the other route when we drop down to get the other item, and then I can go through these sewers. So we're gonna go up here, deal with this guy. Oh, missed dramatically. Also, as you guys can see, so in the top left hand corner with my blood vials and my quicksilver bullets, it has maxed out at 20. 20 is the maximum for now. There are certain runes you can get later on in the game that allow you to have a few more. But when you max out, don't worry about picking things up. You will get to keep them. They go into your storage, which is in the hunter stream. So if you are to die and you've only got, say, 10 blood vials, you can go into your storage chest and put it back up to 20. Plus, I'm also pretty sure that if you die, I think instantly they get taken from your storage chest and instantly put yours back up to 20. Just gonna deal with these dogs again. Ah, mutt. Oh, and you. Ha 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 ha. Here comes the hunter of the heavens. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Wow. You rude, rude dog. So mean. So we're just gonna run back through here, dealing with the enemies again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Fight me. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Man, you have some anger issues. Chill, chill, bro. Let's just go take these guys on. Let's see, can I get the back attack of this guy now? Hurrah! Visceral! That deals with. Let's just go down and collect that second item. I think there is rats. There we are. Oh my god, you're not dead. Why aren't you dead? I didn't see what we picked up there. I think it might have been a bloodstone shard. Shards are really useful. They allow you to upgrade your weapon. Definitely collect as many as you can. You can drop me things? No? Selfish. Rude. Absolutely rude. Let's go and deal with these fucking So we're going to be back down here now. I have to remember where I died. I died down here, didn't I? That spear dude. Oh no, I didn't. I know where I died. Let's go back then. So you will find this game, there's a lot of grinding involved. I mean that's Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Grinding is a main thing. It's always good. If you try taking on a boss and you're struggling, just go get some more blood echoes, level up. Leveling does get a lot more difficult, I found. I had like 7,000 blood echoes and I thought, oh yeah, I'd definitely get a few levels in, and I couldn't even afford one. So definitely use them wisely. Oh no. There we are. I think I was a little far to the left then, couldn't get the visceral off. Give me my atoms! Give me my atoms! Maybe we should go up here and then try and take on those guys again. I'm not just going to charge at them this time. I think that was definitely the wrong decision to make. Oh, let's try and... Oh, I had to be the fucking dog that got my echoes in there. Give me my echoes! Come on. Maybe I can this time. Okay, they dealt with the dog. I'm happy with dealing with the dog. Guy's not gonna... There we are. These guys, I swear to God, like they usually deal with, but when they come at you from 2 different angles, I'm always like, shit, guys, back off. Let's deal with you because you've been a pain in my ass, and then let's deal with you as well. Shit. Fuck! Where the fuck did you come from? Shit! Fuck! Run! No shame in running. No shame in running. No shame in running. Fuck me. What? What? Is that the guy from the gate? Did he just... He did. He stopped banging on the gate all the way over here just to deal with me. Rude. Should have stayed banging on the gate. Oh, he stopped. Back attack. Super secret-y angel spy move. Yeah, that's for sneaking up on me, bastard. Oh. So, shining coins are an item in this game that apparently I find have no use whatsoever. You drop them on the floor, they shine for a little bit, and bam. Yeah, useful. Thanks, guys. Gonna go up here. No, there is a blood shard, I think, over here. And over here also you have these guys, the 2 wolves on the bridge that are notorious and a bit of an asshole, if you ask me. I find one of the best ways to deal with them is blow them up! And again! And then when they start charging at you, I find their attacks, like, you know, they're quite easy to... Ah! So yeah, what I was saying, I do find their attacks, then they aren't too hard to dodge. Like, it's definitely possible. So yeah, definitely though, if you are just dying out, Molotov them. Like, you can try taking them on. Good luck. I just find Molotoving them just gets them a bit easier. So we're gonna go down this side here, which will take us to another area of the sewers. Where we can get a first new set of armor. However, there are quite a few stronger guys here that... Don't fall off, don't fall off! Yeah, boy! yeah, we'll get a new set of armor down here, which is really useful to get hold of early game. So definitely look into finding this area at the beginning. These guys can be a struggle at the beginning of the game. Just, you got to be quick. Take them down as quick as you can. Bam, bam, bam. Especially these guys. These guys with these sticky things are brutal. It's like, I don't want to be pricked by a stick. Stay away. I'm also gonna do this now. I always end up leaving this one till later. I always go down there, do all the stuff, and then. Ooh, God. So what I was meant to say is, usually I always come down here, do all the stuff down here, and then go back up and get it. And unfortunately, that's what I've had to do now because I missed. I'm just gonna deal with these guys. Bats aren't too bad to deal with. Again, just wait for their jumping attack and then just move around them. Sometimes they'll just run up close and just do that. Again, not too hard to deal with. They are pretty easy enemies, I find. I'm surprised they didn't implement poison at this point. Like, if a rat bit you, you'd definitely think, oh, it's going to poison me. There we are. Now what I am going to do, because there is like a really tiny ambush, there's a guy with a spear thing stood over there by the new set of armor. So I am just going to grab that item before dropping down on him again. Hopefully this time not failing. So line it up. And then... whee! Hurrah! We have some thick gold blood. Now, let's deal with this guy. Let's roll. I don't know why every time I come against enemies, I generally don't visceral them, I just... But I wanted your item. Just hanging out. Cool. Cool, bro. Yeah, whenever I come up against these enemies, I tend to just take them on normally. I find them quite fun to fight normally, instead of visceral them. So, we have the Hunter's Hat, the Hunter Garb, Hunter Gloves, and the Hunter Trousers. I believe the Garb and Hat have some good lore. One of the standard articles of Hunter attire fashioned at the workshop, accompanied with a short cape to wipe away blood. A fine piece of Hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yharnam's beastly threat. Allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night. One of the standard articles of Hunter attire fashioned at the workshop, a fine piece of armor attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yharnam's beastly threat. Recognizable by its withered feathers, this cap is fashionable after one of the old hunters. So now we look so cool. Instead of just wearing like a hood and shit, we've got a bit of a bloody face. Now, as you can tell, we were over there earlier. We are now going to drop down here. Be careful, like, do try and aim for these ledges. Otherwise... there we go. Otherwise, you can fall quite a bit and it will take us a bit of health. You could just use a blood vial, but... if you want to save those... These guys aren't dead. Do attack them. They are going to try and kill you. I always feel bad for these guys. They always seem so sad and depressed and dying. Ow. That guy's not dead. Why aren't you dead? Yeah. And those two I don't think I've dealt with yet. Nope. Ow! Ow! There we are. Yeah, dealing with dead people. Why are they dead? They have no legs. Maybe they are dead. Maybe they're like zombies. Who knows? Who knows? Just gonna go deal with more of these guys. Just traveling through the sewers. Oh shit! Always look out for those crows. Ew. Man, that's gross. Like, watch what you eat if you're gonna throw up like that. Damn, that was some serious projectile vomiting. I don't find these two guys much of a threat. Like, they are easy to deal with. They're usually quite slow. Apart from that one attack where they sort of like hit the ground repeatedly, I find that can generally catch me. Yeah, you fucking pro. Dare you fucking wait for me. Yeah, I do find that fast one usually catches me off guard. Just be very careful. Ow! Die, man, die! Pick up another bloodstone shard. Sewers is a nice place, like... I don't know. Sewers is a lovely place, you know, go hang out in the sewers! No. I find it's a nice place, like, I do enjoy going through the sewers. It's not too difficult, it's just the right level for the beginning of the game. I do like these enemies. I like the fact they hide crows up on the bars above, and they can drop down on you. It's great. Great fun. Apart from this... I see you! I see you! What are you doing? Get out! And you, get out. Oh, shit, sorry. So, when I first played this bit, I was like, just, you know, walking through, like, oh, that's cool, it's a ladder. Admiring the atmosphere is the word I'm going to use there. And then I looked up and realised there's a thing there, and it's alive, and it's moving, and it probably wants to kill me. So I completely avoided and went up that ladder. I am gonna go up this ladder first. We shall come back and deal with that thing in a bit. That thing down there, if you can perform a visceral attack on it, it's absolutely hilarious. I love the way it happens. So this here takes us to this side where that lift is that we saw earlier. So we can now activate this lift. So now we can start using it. Allows us to get to this boss fight a bit easier. However, we're not going to go from this way because there is a different way you can come to that bridge. So first off, always I recommend have a full bar of stamina. Start going through here and then start running. Run all the way. It will do that, and then you want to go around it. And I did, my timing was off. You want to try and perform a back attack on this thing. It can be quite horrible enemy to deal with. If I can do it! No! Oh, I performed the back attack but I didn't manage to do it. Basically, if you perform the visceral attack on the pig, you stick your hand up its anus. Yeah. And God knows what you're ripping out of its anus, but I don't really want to think about that. And yes, I do have your help, thank you so much. Whoosh, gonna pick up these items. So we have the Saw Hunter badge. Interesting item there. So, badge crafted long ago at the workshop attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. So they believe. So again, another little insight there saying, you know, the workshop is no more. However, there's still a little bit of essence that will still recognize this badge and realize that you are a true hunter for having one. Now, if we got this ladder, this will take us to the opposite side of the bridge and give us a fun little little scene that I love watching. It always amuses me. So they hear you come up the ladder, and all these guys just think, "Oh my god, run! Go! We need to kill this guy!" And then, if I can get a good view of it. They all die. You'll get hit with a fireball by these guys. So funny. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to go up here. We're going to deal with this guy because he's not happy. He's damaged. Why are you damaged? What happened to you? Ow. And wow. Okay. That happened. Woohoo. So, yeah, that basically, generally when you come on the other side of the bridge like we did earlier, all these guys come running at you, and then generally after you've killed those guys, that massive fireball's supposed to come at you. But if you go up the second ladder, it triggers before that, and yeah, that happens. So again, we're going to quickly run back, grab those blood echoes, and I think that practically wraps up most of Yharnam for now. Been through the sewers, we've sort of searched the city streets. I've not opened this gate yet for some reason. Shit, there's a guy there. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I kill ya. Yeah. You know Hunter. You know Hunter. So yeah, what we are going to do is we're going to go and retrieve my blood points. I'm then going to do a little explanation on an item we did get earlier that I didn't go into much detail. And then we are going to take on the first boss of the Cleric Beast. Oh, I actually warned it that time. You did not get out of it easily that time. Quick way to the sewers. Oh, actually, we can go this way. Oh god, where did you come from? Did you come out of the house? Why did you come out of the house? You shouldn't come out the house. You should still be in the house. Bro, you're doing this all wrong. Well, I handled them guys better than I thought. So, yeah, one thing I did notice that does actually really help me out. You do get like a invincibility window when performing a fist roll. So if you can pull one off while you're in a group of enemies, you are protected for that short time, which gives you time to prepare to fucking run. We're going to take this lift down, so this is the one I triggered earlier. Allows us to come right outside by this bridge. And we're going to trigger what's going to happen here from this side. So he's going to start running at some point. Just want to keep them all here in the middle. And then this happens. That did not go as well as I thought it would. There we are. that deals with them. Not how I wanted to deal with it, but it's dealt with. So now we're going to try and actually kill this guy. You going to come down? Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go, so he's dead, and that guy's eyes are glowing. So we're gonna need to kill him. So, as you can see there, obviously he had absorbed my blood echoes. When you die, they generally drop on the spot. However, an enemy in the vicinity can absorb your blood echoes, and then you specifically need to kill that enemy to get them back. Just up from that way is the way into Cathedral. Well, the way we end up taking into Cathedral Ward, where Father Gascoigne awaits us for a rather amazing boss fight, I will add. What we want to do is we're going to go and take on the Cleric Beat. What I'm going to do is just use this item here, the Bold Hunter's Mark. It allows you to go back to a lamp without losing your blood echoes. Not sure what my character did there, but yeah, but we'll prevail. But of course, we're going to facepalm, go back to the lamp, and now before going back to the Hunter's Dream, we are going to use Madman's Knowledge, which is what we picked up earlier in the video. Madman's Knowledge will grant you 1 insight upon use, and if you remember me saying earlier, you had to have 1 insight to start leveling up. So we do have 2, so I probably should have used multiple, but meh. And now when we go back to the Hunter's Dream, we'll have a useful ally on our side. The doll, she is awakened. So we're just going to grab these items here from the messengers. Get a beckoning bell and a silencing blank, and also here we get the hunter's bell, old hunter bell. Not sure what the old hunter bell's for, but the 2 we got from this one are for cooperative play, summoning, and obviously ending a summon also. So we're going to talk to this lovely doll here.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
So she will allow us to trade in our blood echoes to level up. But what I'm going to do first...
Hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Is I'm going to use these items here, the cold blood dews. We have 5 of these ones. As you can see, 5 of those small ones give us 1,750 blood echoes. That's quite useful at the beginning of the game. We're gonna use these up. Like so. We want to check. We have 5 Molotov cocktails, 3 Orleans, 13 pebbles. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about that. That's a good set of items. So we're going to use all of our blood echoes to level up.
Very well. Let me.
So here you can see I'm level 4. I have 15,188 blood echoes. It is required that I use 724 to level up. And if you see, the more I level up, the higher the number goes. And I have 2 insight. The stats we have are vitality. So attribute governing HP. Endurance, attribute governing stamina and resistances. Strength, attribute governing heavy physical attack weapons, determines whether or not you can use certain equipment. The skill, attribute governing more nuanced. Is that the right word? Never seen that word before, but those types of weapons. Determines whether or not you can use certain equipment as well. We have the Blood Tinge, which governs power of weapons that use quicksilver bullets. And the Arcane, which governs power of arcane attacks. So, the main thing I'm going to want to do, what I found helped me when I last played, I like having a high vitality. I don't know what it is about having a high vitality, I just feel like the more health I have, the safer I feel. So how many levels have we got? We have got 13 levels. So that's pretty useful. So I'm going to put that up to 14. That way it's midway through the 600 range. That's nice, I believe. Endurance, I'm going to push that up to 15 to get to the 100 mark. Strength, not too worried about. It is going to increase our sword spear's attack, but if we raise skill, generally in the long run that's going to make it go up higher as it is a skill weapon. Blood Tinge I'm never usually fussed about. It doesn't really do anything until a certain level anyway. Just raises the physical defense. And Arcane is useful if you're doing the build on Arcane, and it does increase your discovery, which is the rate I believe at which you can find items. Don't feel like that's too important. So the main ones I think I'll be going for is Vitality, Endurance and Skill. So I'm going to put my last ones in Skill, I believe, putting that up to 90. Yeah. Also, just a quick note, no matter what you raise, your physical defense will go up. So Vitality is useful, but at the same time just remember that don't just put all your stats in Vitality thinking, oh, but if I have so much more HP, I'm going to survive longer. No, that's not the case. Raising your other stats to increase your attacks, it's still going to increase your defense as well, which is a really, really, really handy mechanic they have added.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I shall definitely try. So what we are going to do now is we are going to go and take on the Cleric Beast to wrap up this video. So I'm going to travel to central Yharnam, which shall take us back to that main lamp. We can take that shortcut, go to the house, which takes us straight up to the bridge. Yeah, I like the doll's voice. I do find it's quite a nice voice. It definitely works. It sounds really ominous, but also sounds kind of soothing and comforting. But from what she said earlier, I believe the term was to do something with our sickened soul. So she's definitely got some sort of ulterior motive there. So to get to the Cleric Beast, quickest way is to have all your shortcuts open. Run through out. Not that that happened to you. You're going to want to go in this house here. Deal with these guys. I always find, like, definitely if enemies are too strong, run through them. Otherwise, I do find taking out the same enemies over and over again, just those few blood echoes you collect, they will come in handy, and I do find it really useful just to pick on those enemies. Definitely as well, if you are running low on blood vials or quicksilver bullets, again it's handy to grab a few from them. And if you are maxed like I am at the moment, they do go to your storage. So if you are to die at a boss fight and get sent back to Hunter's Dream, generally it's going to max back out to 20. Deal with this guy, and then we are going to want to turn left here. So there are just a few enemies to deal with first, 3 crows and a... what should we call these guys? I'm going to call them gyms, big gyms. So there are 3 crows and a big gym. Generally aim for that second crow in the middle there. Aim more like that. And throw a Molotov. Deals with them 2, gets his health pretty damn low. Just in the range for... Visceral! Just another quick tip as well, I'm going to do it before picking up in case this is a blood vial, they usually are. If you are low on bullets, press up on the D-pad and you shall do this. You will take some of your health away to get 5 blood bullets. So if you're really in need of bullets, use them. It's a good way to change blood vials into bullets if you have a lot more blood vials than you do bullets. And obviously after you've done that, just use a blood vial to put yourself back up. There we go, we got the blood vials for them guys. This guy's going to probably jump at us. No, he's just going to... He's too lazy. He probably thought, no, I had a bit too much, so I'm just going to... Just going to carry on. Before going into the Cleric Beast, actually, a bit of interesting lore that I've gone onto, but I've never heard anyone directly say. So these crows are obviously quite big. They do seem on the heavy side, and I think I know why that is. So Yharnam had an interesting way to deal with sickened people. As you've seen through this video, there are a lot of people hung up on giant crosses and they are burning. That is one way they dealt with them. Another one was they actually cut up their bodies into decent sized chunks. Decent size. Makes it sound like I eat humans. Oh yeah. No, leave a bit of that toe on it. It makes it perfect size for a roast. No. and they actually leave them outside for the crows to peck away at their flesh and basically eat to eat all the flesh, which gets rid of the toxins that way. Hence, I think these crows are actually oversized like that because they have been gorging themselves on human flesh. Yeah. So once you walk through this archway, you will trigger the Cleric Beast boss fight. Hopefully I'll do this on my first try. I have done twice. Just know its attack patterns. I will try and give a bit of description during the fight as to what's going to be happening here. But all I can say is enjoy this fight. It is definitely a really nice one to start with. I do recommend starting with your oil urns and having them right next to your Molotov, so you can hit him with an oil urn, switch over to Molotov to do double damage with the Molotov. It's just a nice way to start the fight. So, without further ado, let's head towards the entrance to Cathedral Ward on the bridge. And there it is. We're gonna throw an oil urn. Hit it with a Molotov. Switch back. Always try and aim for its head with the Molotovs, I find. Its head is its weakness. Again, try and stay behind it as well. A really good tip in Bloodborne. Stick to the boss's booty and spank that ass, and you will definitely be out the way quite a bit of its attacks. Peer and heal if you need to. Ow, rude. Run! Oh no! Ow! 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 I'm gonna get away to do a bit of healing. Definitely caught me off guard with that grapple. Come on. Trying to get behind it, but not working out so well. Like I said, know the attacks, know when to roll out the way. If you do take a little bit of damage, either pull away to heal, or... Ow. I went straight into that one. Yeah, pull away to heal, or another idea is to get in behind him and attack him to regain your health. He tried to grapple me again, not having it. Let's go over here, we're way too close to him. Come on. So we are really close. We are doing pretty well. It could still all end here. And there we have it. Prey slaughtered, and we have prevailed and got the Sword Hunter badge from the Cleric Beat. Yes, I did run out of Molotov cocktails. I think I had like 3 left, and the oil one hit his head, and I was very determined to hit it in the head with one of those Molotovs for damage. But I kind of failed. Just going to really pick up this item here, Quicksilver bullets. If you do need them during the fight, pick them up. And we're going to quickly light this lamp. And then I'm going to show you the Hunter's badge that we just got. Sword Hunter badge. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. So the clerics, I assume from that, they were the ones that did quite a few of the blood healing, and they were obviously involved with quite a lot of the horrible blood, and therefore transformed quite badly into what we saw as the Cleric Beast. We've also got a mention here of Ludwig. Ludwig was, as it says, one of the first of many Healing Church hunters. So obviously Ludwig is clearly an important character that has something to do with the Healing Church, something we will definitely look into once we receive more information. The Sword Hunter badge does allow us to buy a weapon known as the Kirk Hammer, which I believe has some interesting lore on it as well, which we shall read before ending this episode. And also it is a sword and a hammer, so I believe it is a strength weapon, so I'm not going to look into using it, but I will definitely show you guys the lore. So let's return to the Hunter's Dream. But that was the Cleric Beast. I'm sorry the screen was a bit funny, and obviously you did get a look of the Cleric Beast's ribs and hair, quite a lot in that. It was quite hard to get out of the way. I find it's a nice place to fight him, but where the bridge I find is a bit too narrow for his size, it does make it a slightly bit more difficult. So we are going to go to these messengers here, or past them, and have a look at this new weapon known as the Kirk Hammer. A trick weapon typically used by Healing Church hunters. On the one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. Trick hunters' weapons forged in the Healing Church workshop, said to be hidden somewhere in the Grand Cathedral, were made to the tenants of a rival school of craftsmanship. So, as we can see there, obviously it is a sword and a hammer, so it is a bit of a finesse weapon as well as a strength weapon. Again, it was a weapon forged by the Healing Church workshop, and it was said to be hidden somewhere in the Grand Cathedral. The actual workshop being in the cathedral, and it was made to the tenants of a rival school of craftsmanship. Okay, so maybe from that sounds, maybe the Hunter's workshop and the Healing Church workshop were rivals. So the workshop, the one in the Hunter's Dream, was rivaling the Healing Church workshop. And as we heard from German, he said that hunters used their blood to infuse their body and their weapons. I'm assuming the Healing Church did the same, maybe to a more extent, hence the Cleric Beast, and obviously the guys turning into beasts a lot more gruesomely. But yeah, there's a bit of lore there. So thank you guys for watching. Obviously this has been a live stream, so thank you for the guys that have watched today and have, you know, it's great to have the support. I am just starting out, so I'd love it if you guys can watch more of my streams. I am going to do a stream tomorrow at 8:30 AM. It will be the 27th of March, and tomorrow I shall take on Father Gascoigne. I shall do a few rescues, and we'll also start in the Cathedral Ward. So just to clarify, 27th of March at 8:30 AM. I will be doing a stream too. I have got a YouTube channel, AngelicGamerXoX, capital A-G and both X's. It'd be such a great job if you guys could subscribe. Every little bit helps. Just drop. I will post this video on there, so please give it a like. Add any comments, any sort of criticism, I'm fine with. Like, it's helpful. I can learn from it. If there's anything you guys think I did that you didn't like, let me know. If there's anything I did that you particularly liked me doing, let me know as well. And if there's anything I haven't covered in this first video you know of that you'd like me to, again, just let me know and I shall go through in detail as much as possible. So thank you guys once again, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. AngelicGamerXoX saying goodbye, and remember guys, we shall prevail.